everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, and welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation.
Yes, today we're covering the incredibly underrated Blue Sky film, The Peanuts Movie.
Very underrated, very unappreciated as well. And this wholesome and fun movie captures the spirit of the Peanuts comics perfectly in a new story that involves Charlie Brown mustering the courage to confess his feelings to the little red-haired girl. Finally!
Before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification buttons on future podcasts and little pause videos.
I remember when this first came out, we weren't sure what to expect. The animation looked great on the commercial and the trailer. It was like, it looks really good, but is it going to stand up and match the quality of the Peanuts films before?
Yes.
And it not only did, it surpassed it, only because Schultz is no longer here. He was no longer here when this was made, and they managed to capture that same, like you say, innocence, wholesomeness, that same nostalgia.
Yes.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
Blue Sky did fantastic.
Yes. And as you can see, you can make a movie based on a property and leave the tone and theme exactly as it is, and it will be fantastic. Peanuts movie is proof of it. It was like nothing was different. You would have thought this was an old comic that they didn't adapt until now.
Right.
It felt like Peanuts the whole time. So many times we say this doesn't feel like so and so when it comes back, or when someone's in charge of it, someone's go way off rails. It stays Peanuts the whole time. It doesn't feel like anything was missing. They even got kids that sounded just like the Peanuts characters from the original show.
They did. It was uncanny. Absolutely. And the animation was great. It wasn't 2D.
Right.
It was 3D.
It was
it was beautiful. It flowed. It was colorful, vibrant.
Yes.
This is one of the most perfect movies that Blue Sky has ever done, and it was like an homage or a tribute to Peanuts.
Yes.
And it was done fantastically, and this is one of the things I truly miss about us no longer having Blue Sky film.
Yes, and you're right. It was actually in the same style as the Captain Underpants movie, where it's 3D, but it moves and it's drawn. The designs are like 2D, but it's in 3D, so it doesn't look weird trying to convert it. So they did the same style, and it was perfect because no one was changing their design, no new clothing, no new hairstyle. They didn't modernize it, put it in modern day. You didn't see the adults still. It was still these kids kind of running their own town at this point. It was still Peanuts. And even with them adding new things to their, like Snoopy's imagination thing about the Red Baron, what you could actually see him battling the Red Baron and saving the girl, and it actually helped to elevate the movie for the fantasy element.
Absolutely. I think this is so fantastic because unfortunately we got some Peanuts collections from the library that were made after Schultz's passing, and they were attempting to continue the tradition of having shorts, and these volumes were awful. They didn't have the nostalgia, the feeling. They were boring. They weren't fun.
Yeah.
And it was so unfortunate because we were watching like, what is this? It doesn't capture anything about Peanuts that was Peanuts.
And they kept emphasizing Peanuts by Schultz. Like, these are the comics, and they're doing it line for line, word for word, panel for panel. But for some reason, even if these were accurate, they didn't make it feel like you were reading a comic. It just felt like they were going through motions and reading the comics.
So for Blue Sky to produce this film and make it like something, as you said, that seems like it's naturally a part of the franchise itself, fantastic.
Yes.
I really pray that Disney doesn't decide to redo this movie.
Yeah.
I really hope not, because it will be nothing like this.
Exactly.
The quality it won't be there. The fun won't be there.
No.
So I really like that all the characters were in here, all the ones that we knew. Every single character that we're familiar with made an appearance in this movie.
Yes.
And they had the same personality.
Yes.
The same familiarity. The same clothing.
Right. Oh, Chuck. Yeah. Everything was kept to a T, and all the things you love from the past specials and the comics, they managed to sprinkle in all throughout the movie. So it was like, hey, that's from the Christmas one. That's from the Great Pumpkin. That's from Valentine's. That's from one of the other movies. they managed to keep in all that in there, so they were kind of like, hey, you remember that one? Without being annoying or just throwing it half-assly. They didn't do that.
True. Very well done. Can't say that enough. And the only thing I would say I would have loved to be, it would have been better is it being longer.
Yeah.
Because it was like it was over before you know it. And it seemed like, oh my gosh, that's it?
It is so great that it's considered a Thanksgiving movie because at the time it came out, it was in the fall, and because it's such a wholesome family film and the friends are together, it's considered in like an unofficial Thanksgiving film like Fantastic Mr. Fox.
And they even aired it last year on demand. They had it on there free to watch through Thanksgiving Day,
yes,
which was pretty great. We'd have to get our copy out.
Right.
But this is just, I know we keep saying it's a wonderful movie.
Yes.
And there were parts that really stuck out. And one of the biggest ones for us is Charlie Brown finally won.
Yes. Yes. Because you know Peanuts, you read it or you watch it, Charlie Brown got the short end and stick all the time. He always made a fool of himself. He could never get that kite up in the air. He always got hit by the football. Everything went wrong. But for once in this movie, they let Charlie Brown have spotlight. He got some praise. People were fans of his. He was happy.
And his friends were supporting him.
Right.
Which they do, but usually they have to lead up to supporting him. Something happens, they find out they made a mistake, they weren't fair, but in this one that didn't happen. They were supporting him all the way.
Yes, and he was just happy for a majority of the movie, all the way up to the end. He finally got the little red-haired girl.
Yeah.
It was just like, that's what you were wanting all that time watching it or reading the old comics. You were like, why can't he ever confess to her? He always screws up or something. But this time it's like they went out of the way to make sure no matter what happened, he would finally tell her. And it finally happened, and she liked him back, and everyone was just happy. He was no longer just a pining Charlie Brown.
Definitely.
It was just like, finally!
Yes. And the writing, plus the voice actor's delivery, just made all these moments, including this one, so special. I loved how they were able to translate the script into something viable on screen with the animation and again the voice acting performances. It was a delight to watch, and there was not one bad scene in this movie.
Nope.
There was not one boring time in this movie. It was just, again, it was just too short.
Yeah.
It could have been longer. It was just done perfectly. And it would be wonderful if we could have more movies like this. Now that,
Yes.
people want to pay tribute to and do a movie special in honor of a franchise. And that's fine. We love those things. But sometimes when they decide they want to pay tribute, instead of translating what the original writers or creators had in mind, they put their own spin on it and input, and it becomes something different and unrecognizable on screen. And I really love whomever did this at Blue Sky, the writers, the producers, the directors, the voice actors, all of you, thank you so much, because you're still loving this movie years later.
Yes.
And still wishing that there were more movies like this to be watched.
Yes, and considering the time now where there's a lot of cynical shows on and more aggressive characters or adult cartoons that are more focused on making fun of people who love animation and cartoons and calling them idiots and things, and making fun of people that like wholesome things and happy things, and just tearing they tear people down that don't want to see just a bunch of nagging and hate and stuff. And within the shows, it's like, you want us to watch your show, but you're also insulting us as we're watching it. So do you not want me to watch the show?
That's kind of what it seems like.
But with Peanuts,
and we're happy to oblige, like with Thundertubbies,
right? And with Peanuts, it never feels like they're talking down or changing things. They're trying to update it to satisfy somebody. They don't do that. It's just like, this is for all the Peanuts fans, and whoever made it is truly a Peanuts fan.
Yes,
and they kept the heart of it intact, didn't change a thing, and it did well. It did well at box office, and it was well loved. It's just that I don't think it was promoted enough. And I think if it was, it probably would have really taken off because it was a well-received and a well-made movie, and it made lots of money.
I think this is one of the movies, like they do with the other holiday specials, that when Thanksgiving comes out, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, this should be promoted as well to be purchased. It's owned by Disney now. The chances of that happening probably are practically none.
Yeah.
But that would be a brilliant marketing tactic.
Yeah.
Is to advertise this and have it for sale or to watch on Disney Plus or whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
But make it a part of the tradition of watching the Peanut specials all year round.
Heck, they even had the music included.
Yes.
All the old music. It didn't even sound any different.
That was perfect. So if you've seen Peanuts, the Peanuts movie, sorry, let us know what you think in the comments below. Did you watch it when it originally came out in theaters? Did you buy it? We really want to know. And if you haven't seen it, it's available, gotta be available on Disney Plus. I would hope so.
Definitely, since it was Blue Sky, all their films are on there now.
And check and see if it's available to purchase as well. And that would be a great way to honor the legacy of Blue Sky Studios as well.
Yes. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates and weekly videos on your favorite anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Absolutely. Thank you for your support and watching us. We really appreciate you more than you know. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you for joining us. If you'd like us to support you, let us know the name of your channel in the comments below. Leave a link. That'd be even better. We'll check it out and subscribe and see what you have to offer.
Yeah.
You know it's got to be good.
Yes. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Mask Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a toontastic day.
Peace.